Hello there and welcome. I'm Kate in the Nest, and I'm so glad that you can join me because I'm really excited, as usual, for a number of reasons. Those of you who have been with me for a while may recognize that I'm in a different place. Indeed, yes, I have had to take over the kitchen table for my work and it's a Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, Still Life. Mine probably looks different to many that you've seen. So I'll come back to that in a minute. But most of all, I'm excited because I need to say another sincere thank you to everyone. As I filmed this just before I came on, I realized that my subby number was sitting at 4,999. Oh my gosh. Woohoo! I don't know how to do those cheers, but I just got very humbled all of a sudden. And I do remember back to Juju saying, you need to meet Rachel. And it's not even a year ago. So since that first conversation, my life has changed. I've been blessed beyond measure, and now I'm doing this and sharing it with you. So hopefully this afternoon I can bring some color into your life. And yeah, my husband is not home from work yet. He'll come through the front door and probably hear me speaking to myself and be wondering what's going on. Okay, so I may talk fast. So now that I've blurted all of that out, how are you guys going? How's the week starting? And can you believe it? Here we go again. Monday afternoon here. And yeah, I used to not like Mondays, but now I love Mondays. I've done my chores, the washing is out, and while it's afternoon, I feel I can just not even sneak this in. Okay, so what has Kate done? This is all new here. And over here is my I'm in the garden quilt, which is now taking, if I was clever, I could take you along. I wonder if I could do that. Sorry about the shakes, but she's going along here in my bits, and she's all the way there, more bits, etc., all the way along. So sorry about the dizziness, and I probably won't be able to get this back, and I'll never try that again because that was difficult. All right, bumping you down, ready for landing. Okay, so this is my blanket that I have always wanted to use for this Still Life project. It is, someone asked me the other day, I think it's 1 meter by 1 meter, but I measure in these squares. It's been turned around probably 4 times. The last time you saw it, it had this tapestry being a painting in the top, but it was actually around here. So I have been watching videos and gathering ideas, and it kept coming back to me that I wanted to reclaim and upcycle something that I already had in my collection. And this is a quilt that I have now boldly, I think Zoe used that word yesterday, sometimes I'm brave or bold, and I just knew that I wanted my mum's machine stitching, and these are glorious flowers made out of calf facet material to form part of my Still Life. So very Kate style. This has already got stuffing in it. I can embroider. I've tested everything out. So I'll take some layers off and show you that this piece here was joined to a different vase. So this one, I like the shape more like a ginger vase, but of course it doesn't look like a ginger vase or jar. This blue does, while it matches that aqua down there, I don't think it's right. So I'm just auditioning some of these other flowers, and then I'll embroider that on. I do want, and these are other spare ones. This is very dark here. I could thread paint that over the top, or I'm playing with, you know, we're going to go 3D because that's what I'm ready to do within the garden. So I've pinned this bit in place. I've shown you this a lot, and I do want droopy. I want my flowers to be wild and not contained. So this is the first layer. In terms of, some of you might be saying, where's the table and where's the wallpaper? I do not know. And I do not think that matters actually for me at this stage. I wanted from the start to go abstract, many pieces of patchwork, vintage textiles, feed, sack, little bits of, yeah, all my favorite things really. So that's where we're up to. In terms of what else I've got here, I may as well show you what I've brought down. I've got some of the embroideries that it's actually really handy now. I can say, do you belong on in my garden? Which that one probably does actually. For a bit of colour there. Yes, let's just took that. Wouldn't that be fun? I can do 2 projects at once. That way I'll never get bored. This flower, what else have I got? This is another vase from the quilt. And actually, I may as well be doing something as I chat. Now, this has not got blanket in it, so it's not that thick. And I do love the idea that it's already 3D when I put on it, but it's because it's beautiful quilt fabric, I can embroider. So it may be that of a nighttime I embroider some separate pieces. Now, will the girls ask us for another vase? I don't know. There was part of me that thought, does that look more like a ginger jar with those colours? Maybe it could. Maybe I could bring that out further. Let's just put that there while I'm thinking, because this is a wild colour palette. You can see no preconceived ideas. So I'm going to use pieces from the quilt. I've bought up some really big gone blank, Suffolk puffs that I haven't used before, but I thought that I could play around. We say something like this. Oh, that's multicolored and bright, has a little bit of blue in it. What about something like that? You mightn't notice it. So they've got to play with my brightnesses because I want more of the yellow in here and not all. So I'm looking at, actually the advantage of this is I can sort of look from a height. What else have I brought down? I've got little, do I need a, this is out of a, I've gone speechless. I'm not in my usual nest and it feels a bit funny. I can't take over this room too, but I did tell my husband actually that I'm going to keep I'm in the garden out because she's got to be finished. I've seen Rachel's video today and Sarah's and just blown away with the beauty. And ironically here I've gone completely different direction. This is something that I just found in that same op shop section. Oh yeah, I could. I didn't know whether this would be, yes, it could be embroidered. Oh, there's a stab. There might even be blood on that one. No. Hope this is okay. I'm just going to just do my thing. This is a very large flower. I thought about keeping that separate and just embroidering it on my lap at night time. But now, because I'm so used to the bigger pieces, I would miss it. So I want the whole thing. To work on, because if I get in a mess with my flowers, I can come down and stitch the little patchworks. Okay, look at this giant flower. And of course, we don't know what the other prompts are going to be. It's too large, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have a giant flower to make us happy. I've got you can't see what I'm playing with here. I can't take a tapestry off in the garden. I do have, this is the one. Again, I thought, will that go back up and be the painting? I don't know yet, so I'm going to protect that. I've got another half-finished tapestry. Actually, that's got some, I do love poppies in that shape. So look, there's hardly any work has been done on this one. But it's beautiful, soft fabric. Let's go right down here. I've been loving this notion that many of us are talking about, like where it's like flower arrangement, but in a completely different context. Now, you're right, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just following my instinct. It's not right, but maybe it's like the day of the triffids. The plants are taking over. I don't mind those oranges there, and I don't mind that. I'll have to deal with all of that backing. Just so much fun to play. Okay, is there anything I haven't shown you? Oh, this. And I don't remember where I got this. I think I bought it off an Instagram account, but look at that for groovy fabric. And I haven't done hexagons, but if I just went up like that, it doesn't match yet, but I'm thinking that the piece is going to be wild. I want every sort of inch colourful. And I like this one because it's got moments like those daisies there. Lots of texture. So we've got to wait a month until we find out what the next prompt will be. It's interesting, you know, that's a very bold purple there. Okay, is Kate going to stitch? I'm going to stitch with limitations because I've got my camera, there you are, on my blanket. And if I do too much, it might just all topple over. And actually, oh gosh, I haven't even put thread in there. Or have I? Is that a different needle? Oh. Let's get a bit of pink perlé out. Too much colour behind me, I can't even thread a perlé. Sorry everyone, I don't particularly love standing up at this distance because my eyes, even with their glasses on, it's too far away. 15th time. There we go. All right, at least we've had some time to look at it with the blue. I think this is right, but it will need some pops. How can I turn that into a ginger jar? More, more of a look in those colours. The answer will come. So what am I actually going to stitch and commit to? I think I'll go up here. These will fall off. And hopefully this can come down close. Gosh, it's going to be exhausting if I have to. How am I going to do this? Oh, I don't know. I'll just make a start and get this in place. So just a bit of invisible stitching on here. You might be thinking, why have I left all that white? I don't know, but I could embroider, go over the top. Who knows? Oh. So really this is like a tacking that I'm doing. And as I found, if, on these pieces you can easily unpick. There's a lot of layers I'm going through there, so let's head for easier ground. We might just go over this way again. I'm actually reading a book that I got for my birthday, and it's about the Great Depression and the drought, and it's set in Texas, and it's just telling about the feed sacks and, you know, what people were wearing and the darning and the, you know, how desperate it really was. So I've always been appreciative, but as you know, I have these amazing pieces of feed sack around me. I just treasure that there's still some around for us to, you know, to honour that memory and that use. Okay, so my needle came out, so that's enough of that. You can see I'm just in. I've got some interesting little bits left over that I thought I could make some patches out of as well. So I'm thinking that I can mirror these colours in my sections over here. Should probably end up maybe up there. Tying in the blues. One thing I did do, here's another idea. So this isn't really stitchy today, is it? It's just more ideas and how we blend in modern I mean, I could just actually just go over and start stitching in the garden, couldn't I? Another idea I had is, here's the blossom. And I think ultimately this really wide range of textures is something that will end up on this work. Actually, my little I mean, honestly, I've just taken over another whole room. I've got that. I've got a blue. It's going to be so much fun. Well, it already is so much fun, but you can see a little bit of thought. It's too much. It is handy to look from above. There's too much density here with these colours. You'll probably be shouting at me and saying, Kate, it's so obvious, do this. But it is not yet obvious because I haven't had my fingers on this long enough. In my fantastical garden that is just abstract and emerging. Do you know what? I'm not going to force it because I need to do some more thinking and some more playing, but I'm hoping that you've got the idea that at least I have a vase. I'm working on a bouquet, and this will now be a puzzle. Now I want more. I need to go to my embroideries. I have got I've got a very big nest here, but it's very messy. Oh, and now I've just hit my, that's pretty though. Actually, let's leave that leaf on there. I don't know what these sticky outy things are. They couldn't be wheat. I always think of wheat. Let's just do a rough cut. First. Oh, goodness. We'll leave this beautiful long stem on. And if this doesn't work on this piece, it just will go over here onto in the garden. Let's think of the way flowers fall. We will see, my friends. I want to say thank you so much for joining me. I've got lots of creative thoughts going through my head, and I won't bore you or hold you up too much now. But suffice to say that this is a beautiful project that we've been given. It's already giving us, we're all being stretched, I think, in our creative thoughts, and, you know, to hang out with friends, experiment. It's this one. When I come back, I'm hoping that I will have a showstopper in the middle. Look out for another Roxy's this week, I think, from me. So, because I'm just getting started with my vase. So thank you so much once again. Yeah, extremely grateful to be here and to know that you're there with me. Have a happy day. Please take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.